that I got out of there with my life. Literally. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Like, I'm just gonna jump right into it because I feel like sometimes I come off as overly optimistic, and I really don't think that's the case. I feel like personally, sometimes people think that I'm overly optimistic, but it's not even just that. I just know what it feels like to always be down. I know what it feels like to think worst case scenario all the time. Is so draining. So sometimes when someone I love tells me something and I'm telling them to look at the positives of it, I don't just be saying that because like it's just something to say. I live the life of someone who's always angry, always upset. Like, I'm sorry y'all that I keep moving, but I just want the angle to be good. But I've lived the life of someone who's always angry, someone who's always mad, blaming the world for what her life looks like, maybe you're blaming your family, maybe it's something else, but I know what it's like to be like that. And I just don't want anyone around me to keep attracting negative things out of life. Once I started thinking positive about what God has given me, I started receiving more of that. Someone recently told me that, they were having a bad morning. So I told them, hopefully your day will be better. It will get better. So later on, she was like, it didn't get any better, da. And I told my girl, I'm like, it's okay to have a bad day, but when you let a bad moment turn into a bad day, or you taking that morning with you throughout your whole day, you're attracting a lot of that back to you. So say for instance, right now, Lord forbid, an asteroid came flying down in my apartment. That was a crazy example. What if that happened, y'all, and I made it out alive, and the first thing that I think about is I have no apartment now. OMG. And I just carried that with me for months and months and months. I'm gonna keep attracting negative. Now now instead of living with a parent for months, I'm living there for years because I'm dwelling on the fact, oh my God, this asteroid hit my house and I've never been the same, and life hasn't been the same. All my stuff was in there, my memories, this, that, and the third. Versus if that asteroid fell into my apartment and I looked at the beauty of it, the beauty would be that I got out of there with my life. Literally. That's how I walk around in my life. Like, even, I promise y'all, this is not a joke. This is not a kumbaya. I'm not a kumbaya. I have bad moments. But when I learned not to make my bad moments my bad day, it's just something about, you just start attracting better. You start seeing when God's sending you little things to cheer you up after that bad moment. And it's crazy because it's not coincident. I promise y'all, like, my car could get a flat tire. Instead of looking at, oh my God, I gotta go to work and I can't believe this is happening to me, and instead of doing that, you know what, God, I'm thankful that I'm safe. You know what, God, I'm thankful that I have money in my account to get a new tire. Lord, I thank you that I have a phone to call my job and let them know that I'm gonna be a little bit later than I expected and I anticipated. Your life, God just start blessing you because he's noticing that even in the rain, you're seeing the sun. You see that little piece of light in your day. And God, as soon as I go to a tire shop, they do it for free, or they do it half off, or, when you leave the tire shop, somebody blesses you with money. So then you get that money that you just spent back. Someone sends you flowers and you don't know where they came from. And that just made your day. It'll be the littlest things, but you cannot, walk around and letting moments dictate your day, your month, your year, your week. That does not mean that, sometimes you will have a bad day, and it may just seem like, your life is falling apart. But I've always noticed, whenever you take those bad moments and make them your day or your week, that's what you will attract. It's not like It's not fake, y'all. I wish I was lying, but like, just try it. Try it for a week. When something bad happened to you today or tomorrow, Lord forbid, I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. But if something just inconvenience you, instead of going the negative route, train your mind to look at what's positive that you can take out this situation, and watch how God show up for you and show out for you. It's not that I'm overly optimistic. Like, some things, there's nothing I know how to say. Like, when someone passes away, there's nothing optimistic or positive that I can like say. Sometimes I hold back when it's something that I know that you can look at, but I hold that back. Besides, like, when it's death. When it's death, I'm not pushing down my family and friends' throat. Just look at it this way. No. Sometimes you also have to know how to read a room. So when you get to this point where I am, and I've literally worked to get here, you have to know how to, judge when it's a time and place for certain things. Because at first, I didn't even know if I should even say something. I'm like, you know how sometimes you be so frustrated you don't want to hear that? But I don't know. I'm like, God, I don't want to be the only person who knows about having a positive mindset and what they can do for you. I've literally been that person who just let the world knock her down, every little thing. Like, I wish I could ask people that are around me, like my mom or something like that, because I literally, when I first moved to Houston, my car broke down. The first week. I think I was here a few days. I didn't cry. I didn't let it ruin that I just had moved to Houston. I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, my car just broke down. And I started thanking God that my mama she came with me. I didn't ask my mom to come with me. She wanted to help me move and stay here with me for a couple of weeks. And I'm just like, I looked at it, instead of that, oh my God, I just got here, I don't even have clients yet, this is just a disaster. Instead of doing that and attracting more negatives, I looked at it like, you know what, God, I'm thankful that I had my mom to call, because I could have been here alone. I'm thankful that I have money to pay for this car to get fixed, however much it is. I hope, that everything falls through. And I just literally give it to God. In this situation, even my mom was like, why are you so calm? Like, y'all, I literally, car broke down. My mom came and got me. We took the car to the shop because it could still drive. Took it to the shop, came back home. I still was making content, making videos, running my business, because I don't have nothing to worry about. I'm thankful that my mom was there, and God has the rest. You have to know that. The old me would have been crying. I would have went back to Alabama same week. I promise you I would have went back home, because this is starting to be too much. Everything to me I felt like was too much. You asking God to do a lot for you, you have to know how to bear that storm. It's gonna be storms. You cannot think life is all, peaches and cream. I also feel like that's why I'm an entrepreneur, because I've grown to learn how to put my chin up when I need to. Sometimes you do need to cry. You do. But after you cry, look at what you do have. Look at the positive of the situation. Yeah, maybe you was in a long-term relationship and you wasted a lot of your life and he's horrible and you don't know why you put up with that. But look at the positive. Look what you know about yourself now. Look at the woman that you've become now. Look at you finally realize your worth and you walked away from that. I feel like most situations, it's something positive that you can look at it. Besides death, death, I haven't figured out death. I don't know if anyone ever does, y'all. Death is so weird. But besides death, even if something happened to your home, like I just gave you that example, even if, you and a friend fell out, you and a boyfriend fell out, it's always a positive to look out at it. Like, people that I'm not friends with today, I thank God that I had the time to experience them because I learned so much. Now, and maybe they put me on so much. Maybe they taught me something. Like, I had a friend who put me on like a new technique of my makeup. I always love my makeup, but when I had let go of myself, I needed to reinvent myself and figure out how the girls doing the makeup now. I hadn't did my makeup in so long. I didn't know how the girls were doing it. So I thank God for all the things. Even people I used to date, maybe it was a short time, maybe it was a longer time, but I learned so much about what I do like, what I don't like. I'm not overly optimistic. I just know, I know what it's like to be negative. I know what it's like to think worst case scenario. I know what it's like to let something ruin your day, your week, your months. Years went by and I was miserable because I was so negative, and I let one small inconvenience take over my whole, night, day, month, years after years. And I want to pour into people and let them know that everything isn't all bad. It isn't all bad. And I'm not trying to shove this positive persona down your throat or anybody that I love throat. I just want them to know that it gets better. It does. But just start using, your brain and thinking about, you know what? I got somewhere to sleep tonight. Yeah, my car broke down, but I have somewhere to sleep tonight. I have a job to go to in the morning, and I can catch an Uber because I have money in my account. It's always, a chance to fight another day, another moment. I hope that gave you some encouragement. I didn't see you yesterday. I'm sorry, but we're back today, and I love you so, so, so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.